Alright, this is the tissue video. Oh man. Hi friends, it's Colleen, and yes, I do feel as rough as I look. A couple weeks before my second knee surgery, my dad passed away. And the timing on this is interesting because I had just barely mentioned in a video how he and I weren't talking. My dad was an alcoholic, and we had a very good relationship when I was a kid and into adulthood. And sometime when I was in college, I don't really know specifically when, he started having problems with alcohol. I didn't find out about it until the very end of 2018. Basically all of 2019 and half of 2020. I just spent my whole life was revolved around his sobriety and his relapses. And I would have a few weeks at a time in which I could kind of have my own life, and then he would just sort of like swoop in again. And he was just really not the same person I grew up with. He was horribly manipulative, and I guess that's kind of all I really need to say. But I became kind of a target for that in a way, especially as he saw that I was starting to push away. And so I had enough going on in my life, and so in August 2020 I blocked his number. And I had a therapist I was working with at the time, and like we talked about it, and you know, I was getting the support I needed, but I just couldn't do it anymore. My dad was never able to get sober. A lot of family and friends were trying to get through to him, but unfortunately he was not willing to be honest and get the help he needed, and he died. And that's it. So anyway, I'm just gonna get that part of the video out of the way. The real point of this video is I wanted to show some of my surgery recovery. So I just wanted to get this part out of the way, but I'm gonna come back when I'm not crying and we will talk about the knee surgery. So anyway, and Maya's being super cute here with me. I will make sure you can see. Hi, it's Editing Colleen. I did not give very good context for my surgery, so I'm just gonna quickly fill you in now. So the procedure I have now had done on both knees is a ligament reconstruction. So your ligaments help hold your bones in the proper places. I'm not a doctor, so like, don't take that as the word. On a normal person, your ligaments help keep everything strapped in, so to speak. In my body, my ligaments happen to be really stretchy, and this is not something I really knew about myself, but like when I extend my hand, like that's not normal apparently. So my ligaments are just naturally very flexible, and on top of that, the groove where my kneecap can track properly, it's not very deep, so my kneecap just never had a chance to be in the right place. So I was basically just, my old ligaments were taken out and they put new ones in, which is not fun to think about. We're not going to think about it. It's fine. So that's the situation. It was not like an accident or anything traumatic or even that severe. It's a pretty routine surgery, but the recovery is not fun. So that's why I wanted to take you along with me for the first few weeks. You'll see the first about 5-ish weeks of my recovery in this video. There's a lot of check-ins near the beginning and then a couple check-ins closer to now. And I left a bit of a gap in the middle because I think it really shows a good contrast of like how much my mobility can improve just in these first 4 to 5 weeks. So anywho, we're gonna let past me take it over, and 4 days past surgery. I am sleeping downstairs still. I'm probably going to be here at least another few nights, if not all next week. And I took next week off of work as well. And I'm just chilling with my leg in a brace. This time I wasn't supposed to take any of the wrappings off. So last time I was able to take all this stuff off and shower 2 days after surgery, but this time they said they gave me a larger incision, so they didn't want me to get it wet or take any of the dressings off. So these will be staying on until my follow-up appointment next Thursday. So that's kind of a long ways away. For now, I'm just taping a garbage bag over my leg every few days so I can take a shower here and there. So I've taken one shower in this past 4 days, and I call that a win. This has been both really similar and not similar to last time. I had a really hard time waking up after the surgery this time, whereas last time I remember waking up feeling pretty good. This time I distinctly remember waking up at least 3 different times and kind of dozing back off. And I was really shaky, and I had a bunch of blankets on me. They just kept tossing blankets because I was freezing cold and trembling, and they were trying to give me like apple juice or something sugary to help calm me down a little bit. So that was like not a good experience at all. And then at home though, I realized like I'm a lot more stable on my leg, and so I'm not sure if the surgery was at all different or if I just had stronger muscles going in, which is quite likely because in the past couple months of physical therapy, I've been doing things on both sides just to sort of prepare the right leg for having to also get the surgery. The obvious other difference to this recovery is that I lost my dad like not very long ago. So that's been really tough because I am glad I have the time off work and the time to just focus on my healing. But I feel like I haven't really done a lot to deal with my grief yet because I went straight from finding out the news to rushing down to clear out his condo and deal with some of the immediate errands and affairs that needed to happen. And then I came back for like a quiet no meetings week at work just to get something done. And then I went straight into this surgery. So it's been a really crazy few weeks. And now is when I finally have downtime, but I'm so tired off the painkillers that I'm not really getting a lot of time to like process anything still. I'm just sort of like existing, and I have no concept of time whatsoever. But at least I know from experience that this is the hardest part of recovery. Those first 2 weeks are pretty brutal, but I'm already able to get around with one crutch if I need to use a hand for something, and that is worlds beyond last time. I'm a crazy spreadsheet lady, and I am so glad I made a spreadsheet last time. Each week past the first 2 weeks, I was just writing down like how I felt, what new things I could do that week, what I was doing at PT. I am just so glad that I have that, because anytime I'm sort of sitting here and I'm feeling demoralized or frustrated or sad that I can't really do anything, it's really nice to be able to look at that list and be like, okay, but at week 4, I was bending my knee at 90 degrees. You know, things like that just really, really help me stay motivated because it's tangible stuff that I know I can hit. My next couple weeks of PT will be walking back and forth on my crutches and having them force my knee to bend, so not looking forward to that. Okay, something very strange happened today. Hold on. How am I able to walk already? Last time I was still walking on 2 crutches for I think the first like 2 weeks after surgery, and I only switched down to 1 crutch after 2 to 3 weeks, and then I wasn't off both crutches for like probably 4-ish weeks, but I will put it on the screen because I have it all written down somewhere. But it is 6 days past surgery and I'm already able to walk without crutches at all. I wouldn't do that like anywhere outside of my house, but still. So I just got a call this morning that some spots at physical therapy opened up, because before I was having to start PT again pretty late. It was going to be over 2 weeks past my surgery. Oh, my dad's phone is ringing. Creepy. So I had to make sure that a week isn't too soon, but I'm actually going today. So that's pretty exciting. And I figured since my mobility is pretty good right now, I'm happy to start earlier. I'm just feeling really excited that things are moving. And I'm feeling pretty grateful that things are going well so far. And I tested it again today that I can still walk without crutches. I thought it might have been a fluke, or maybe the painkillers were just hitting really good yesterday, but no, I can still walk pretty well and I have pretty good balance. So I'm pretty excited to come shock them that a week after surgery, I'm like already moving pretty well. That'll be pretty funny. Now I'll just take you through a quick round of some of the exercises that I was able to start doing at PT. So first I have to take off the lovely leg brace, and then most of the initial work is just getting my quad to start moving again. So just some simple leg lifts to up and down and side to side, just to get my quad going. Then we put that leg brace right back on because the rest of the exercises involve standing. First, I just shift my weight back and forth. Then we're just going to do some simple leg extensions to the side and then to the back, some calf raises, and then a quick little lap of just straight walking through the house. And then after that, I'm pretty tired and my knee is feeling pretty swollen, so we just sit with Maya for the rest of the afternoon. All right, 3 weeks post-op, and look at how nicely I am walking. I still have the leg brace on, but I don't necessarily need it. And at this point, I'm also starting to do most of my exercises without the leg brace, so there's another little walkie walk to show you. We are still going strong with the leg extensions. Now we're going front, side, and back, and I'm starting to do them on both sides. My left leg is getting a lot more work now that it's basically doing most of the stuff, but it is still nice to be able to do the exercises on both sides just to keep things feeling a little more even. I've also moved up to starting to do some single leg balances, so you can see I'm feeling pretty sturdy on my right knee considering it's only been 3 weeks since surgery. And here's the challenging part. This is where I tried to let gravity help me bend my knee, but it's just not going past that point, so ow. Okay, I just found out something cool. Pardon my slippers. But I can't put my legs straight onto the stair really because I can't bend it very far. But I can go up the stairs. Oh my gosh. Now we are a bit past a month after surgery and things are escalating pretty quickly. So I do these cool step over things. Normally at PT they have cones for me to step over, so at home I just pretend there are cones there. We also started doing single leg deadlifts. I'm using the couch for a little bit of extra support because you can see my legs a little teeny tiny bit shaky, but generally my balance is pretty good, and these are really good for both your hamstrings and your core. And of course we're doing it on the left side too, just to keep things spicy. I'm starting to do some supported squats, so I'm going a little bit of the ways on my own, but then I'm using my couch as a little bit of extra leverage so I can lean back more and have a little bit less weight going right over my knees. Unfortunately, my left knee hurts a bit from that though, so we can't do too much. Then I'm just trying to do some glute bridges. I can't bend my right knee very much to actually get it close enough to my body, but this is still better than nothing. And finally, we're letting gravity do its work again, trying to bend my poor knee, and it hurts so bad, but it's really good to keep doing that every day. Okay, hi. It is exactly 5 weeks past my surgery. I wanted to sort of sum things up on a high note here, and I can drive again. So I am super excited to be able to drive myself to and from my physical therapy appointments because they're twice a week and will be for the foreseeable future. I just had my appointment and we were doing some supported squats of various types and some stepping up onto steps. So that's feeling really good. The only thing that's kind of still pretty iffy is my left knee is still having some pain. It was kind of cropping up before the second surgery, and we were sort of thinking like maybe there's just some residual swelling, like maybe it'll go away when you're recovering from surgery. And it didn't go away, and I think it's kind of still flared up because I'm using my left leg so much more now that my right one is still recovering. So we're not really sure what to do with that. I'm going to try and do more stretching and try and keep it happy, but
my left knee just hurts, and the left one was always the one that I think was slightly worse. So I guess I should expect that, but it kind of sucks. Anywho, I am gonna wrap up this video. Thank you so much for watching. I am trying to keep making videos right now. It's been really hard, so I'm doing my best, but I'm gonna try and post at least another 1 or 2 videos during this month. So I'll see you when I see you. Thanks for coming. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.